Craig Cohen87 here for episode 69 of the Iron Den. Today is going to be a leg day. It's going to be a brutal leg day. And I'm going to do all the sets that I'm supposed to do. I'm not going to cut any back, and I'm going to go very heavy. Especially on the hack squat machine. I think that's the one I do it last. It's my last primary movement. And I've got to start doing heavier weight on that. Even if it means the reps are a bit lower, I'm going to go higher weight, and then hopefully the reps will catch up. I'm not getting any stronger lifting light weight on that. It's a realization I have, and legs are hard to work out, so it's going to be difficult. But that's what I'm here for. I'm here to do difficult. I want it difficult. I don't want it easy. Of course, it's always easier to say now and harder to do when you're actually sitting under the weight, but I have enough experience to know what I'm capable of. And that's going to be my goal. I'm going to go to 4 plates on the hack squat machine, which technically isn't even really that much, but I've never even gone that high. So 4 plates for 10 reps, that's what I want to do. Then I'll take a plate off. I'll go 3 plates for another 10. That's the plan. Other than that, I'm happy with everything else that I do. So it'll be leg extensions, warm up the quads. Then I'll hit some hamstring curls, warm those up. Hit some hip abduction, warm those up. Very underrated exercise. You want your hips to be very strong. You get a lot of injuries with weak hips. And then the leg press, followed by pendulum squat, followed by hack squat. And then last but not least, the sissy squat. But we'll see how the sissy squat goes. Sissy squats my goal is to have nothing left for sissy squats. So if I'm able to do that, then that's how I'll do it. All right, so I have a game plan. Now all I have to do is execute it. I'm feeling really good. I had yesterday off. I feel very well rested. I have 3 meals in me. Woke up at 237.8, which is heavier than last week. Probably about at least 2 pounds heavier. I think it was 237.2, 235.2 last week. So that 2 pounds, that's going to help me lift more weight. That's what's going on in here. That's what I'm thinking. So there's going to be some meditation going on today, and there's going to be some high intensity going on today. All right? I'll see you in the gym. All right. It's time to hit some leg extensions, top set. I'm not going to go based on what I did last week, because last week was a different leg workout. Keep in mind, I'm alternating leg workouts between a week 1 and a week 2. So last week I did it after leg curls. But now I'm really, really, really fresh. So today's the heavy day. I'm going to go to 240 and see how many I can get. If I can go over 15, I know the weight's too light. But if I can't hit 10, I know the weight's too heavy. So I'm looking for a 12 to 14 range. I'm going to keep going and not give up. But at some point, I'm not going to be able to fully extend, and I'm going to have to call it. But even on that rep, on those maybe last 2 reps, I'm going to go as slow and as deep on the negative as possible. All right, let's do this shit. One, nice and slow. All the way, keep going, keep going. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7, I feel it. 8. 9. 10. 11. One more. All the way up. Slow. 60 seconds starts now. All right, set number 2. Down to 160. I'd be happy with anything 13 plus. But same quality as last time. Very happy with the first set. That was a good, honest set. All right, let's do this shit. 1, much lighter. 2, make it hard. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep going, keep going, keep going. 10, 11, 12. Only 12. Couldn't hit 13, but that's okay. The reason I'm looking down here is that I get the plates to come as close as possible without touching, so I don't get a break, but I get the maximum stretch. In case you were wondering. All right, 60 seconds begins now. All right, third and final. Back to warm-up weight. Actually, I'm 5 pounds below warm-up weight. But my legs are toast now, so again, 13 or better, but I never sacrifice quality over quantity. Ever. You're just hurting yourself. 1, you got to be honest with yourself in the gym. That's where the gains are. 2, 3, nice and slow. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Starting to burn. 10, 11, 12. One more. Come on, hit that 13. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Oh, yeah. Oh. Burning, 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 which is good. All right. Let's see what's next. All right, time to do some seated leg curls. Now, I'm going to change things up here. For the first set, I want to go really heavy. So I'm going to go 115 pounds. Now, on this machine, 115 is very, very heavy. Usually I do about 90, but I want to go a bit higher. I added a 25-pound plate to it. I'm still going to taper off pretty quickly. I'm probably going to take a 45 off of it for the second set. And I'm going to be assisting myself, but the negatives will be all me. My goal is 8 to 10. If I can do more, I'll do more. But again, it's about the quality. And then for the second and third set, I'm just going to be pouring gasoline on the fire. Ooh, this is heavy. Just doing that's hard. All right. I think I'm going to buckle up for safety on this one. I know it's cliche, but the belt's here for a reason. I want my hamstrings to do all the work. All right. Let's do this shit. 1. Yeah, that's heavy. Control the negative. 2. All the way. Full extension and contraction. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. 10. Control it. Ooh. Oh, that was beyond failure. That's why I needed to help myself. But I'm only going to go that heavy for the first set. We'll start 60-second count right now. I will go back with 115. All right, second set. Like I said, I took a 45-pound plate, which brings me down to 70 pounds. I really want that first set to be very heavy. Let's get into position before I put the belt on. I want the belt to be as tight as possible. I want my hamstrings to do all the work. Perfect. All right, let's do this shit. 1. Already burning. 2, which is good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One more. Oh, yeah. Woo. Ah. All right, 60 seconds begins now. Third and final, down to a single plate, otherwise known as warm-up weight. Hamstrings are on fire, so. All right, let's do this shit. 1. Now it is feel light, but my goal is to make lightweight feel heavy. 2, so I go slow so that it's hard to do. 4. Maybe I'm going a little too slow. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm gonna call it there. All right. Hopefully the leg press machine is still available. That's what's next. All right. It's time for some leg press top set. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 630 pounds. 2 weeks ago, I got this for 12 reps. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to beat it, but my goal is to get as close as possible to it with solid quality. Whew. I'm going to have to get in the zone. I'm going to meditate a little bit. The warm-up felt great. I feel very strong. But I won't know until I'm going to rep 8 if I'm going to be able to beat it or not. So 13 would be perfect. It would be a new PR. No, actually 14 is my PR. But we're not expecting 14. Anything above 10 is good. If I don't hit 10, it was too heavy. But I'm going to control the negative, go really slow. I want you to note that and watch how low I go. The goal of this exercise is to hit the quad. And the more I come down, the more the quad muscle is being stretched. So that's where I want to spend all my time. I don't want to spend my time up here. Up here is just so I could almost reload the negative. That's how I think about a positive, reloading the negative. All right? So I'm going to hit some of these salts, put the music on, meditate, and hit it. So let's hope for 13, but minimum 10. Oh, I felt that. I felt that. All right, let's meditate. Legs close together, toes pointed slightly outward. As far down as I can come, at least 12. Let's do this shit. All the way down. Control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 more. 11. 12. I got this. I got this. Ah! Woo! Woo! It's gonna take me a second to catch my breath, but I got 13. I achieved what I set out to do. Going very deep and very slow on the negative, well, relatively slow. I would say my positives were quicker. Maybe for all but the last two. But at the last two were like everything I have. Okay, I'm gonna start. 90-second break. And I'll probably come back with 540. All right, see you soon. It's time for my second and final set for this. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. So I took a plate off from 630 to 540. Last week I got 10, or 2 weeks ago I got 10. The thing is, although this is going to be much easier physically, I haven't rested much. 90 seconds is like nothing. I'm still hyperventilating a bit. So 10 plus. My legs are going to start burning right on the first rep. So in a way, this is the harder set. They're burning right now, actually. But let's pour some gasoline on that fire. I want bigger legs. This is how I get bigger legs. Let's do this shit. You gotta work for what you want. 1, 2, nice and slow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. Slow. Ah! Woo. Woo. Didn't quite hit 10, but I was very happy with those 9 reps. I chose quality over quantity, and in the end, that makes me a winner. All right. Let's go see what else I got to do. All right, time to do some hip abduction. This is going to help make my hips stronger, and hopefully that'll allow me to deadlift and hack squat more. Or not deadlift, but perform squats better. I think the weakness is in my hips. So I'm going to do 4 sets, 30-second breaks, with hopefully going up in reps and down in weights. So I'm going to taper off pretty quickly because this is a hard exercise to do, and I don't want to pull anything, but at the same time, if you want reward, you got to take a risk. You got to get out of your comfort zone. So this is me getting out of my comfort zone. Nope. All right, let's start at 105 and see how many I can get. I want to do at least 10. 10 good ones. Open, 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 open. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Control that negative, baby. 7. 8. 9. 10. One more. Ah! Woo! We'll call that 11. 30 seconds begins now. I'm going to go down to 75 pounds, which is 2 plates less. So that was 11. Hopefully I can hit 12 on this set. That would be ideal. Ooh. I am sore on this. 4 seconds. That is not long. All right, let's do this shit. Open, open, open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. Not as many reps as I'd like, but the quality was there. 30 seconds begins now. Well, I think I'm going to go down to 45. I mean, a 30-second break is more of a glorified rest pause than a break. You've heard me say that before, and it's true. It keeps me close to failure. So it makes the reps more meaningful. And time. Open. See, this feels light, but I'm still on fire. 2, 3. It is lightweight, but my goal is to make it feel heavy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. Ooh, that's it. We'll count 30 seconds starting now. And I'm going to go down to 30 pounds, which is way below warm-up weight. But after 3 working sets, I got nothing left in the tank. So this is just about high reps and feeling the burn. Pouring gas on the fire. Most of the hypertrophy is done in the first set. The rest of it's done in the second set. And now it's time to burn some glycogen. All right, I barely feel this. 1. I'm going to have to assist the negative. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh my God. Oof, I'm gonna call it there. I could keep going, but it burns. That was just to add some fire. All right, let's see what's next. All right, time for some pendulum squat. 2 weeks ago, I got 90 pounds for 8 reps. My goal is 10 reps. This should be doable. I gotta stop being a pussy. This is the hard one, but it's so effective. I gotta go. Let's do this shit. Nice and low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, keep going. 12. One more. My best set ever on this exercise. We'll call that 12 and a half. All right, 90 seconds starts now. All right, let's see if I can follow that up with an incredible second and final set. So that was 90 for 12 and a half. Now I'm down to 55 pounds, which may not sound like a lot, but if you look at where the weight is, it's all the way at the back of me. So it's very, very heavy, you know? If the weight was over here, it would be very light, but it feels much heavier than 45 pounds. And I put a 10, there's a 10 behind it as well. All right. You know, anything above 10, I got 8 reps with 45 pounds 2 weeks ago. So I'm pretty confident I could beat that. The question is by how much? And this is an easy one to give up on because it is hard. Not going to lie. I'm a little worried. All right. Let me meditate for a second and then I'm going to do it. Okay. All right. Let's do this shit. This is where the muscle is. This is why my legs are going to grow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh. Super happy with that. I needed a boost with my hands. We'll call that 9 reps. I got that full negative. That negative was a real negative. Now let's go hit some hack squats. All right. Last compound movement. Hack squats. This is the heaviest I've ever done. 4 plates. I call it 350 pounds. I'm very bad at this. I have to get better. Sure, my legs have been growing, no question about it. But if I want to get to that next level, I got to get out of my comfort zone even more. Just remember, muscle doesn't grow on trees, you know? Hard work's not enough. You need hard work and execution and a game plan and repetition, you know? And I'm accountable to myself, nobody else. Nobody else cares if I do this or not. This is all up to me. So I'm going to bring my heels together. I'm going to go toes wide. And I'm going to go really deep because that's where the stretch is. Right now, I'm only thinking one set in my head, but I'm going to try to do two. Two is what I'm supposed to do. Oh, let me put this up nice and tight. My back gets sore doing this, so, you know, taking as much precautions as I need. All right, Axel, this is for you. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 3 more. 8. All right, one more. 8. Woo. Woo. I'm going to do one more set. Let me just catch my breath. I'm a fat pig right now. Relatively. All right, 90 seconds begins now. All right, time for a second and final. So far, no back pain, which is pretty good. I got 9 reps till failure. I mean, that was probably the best set of hack squats I've ever done, which isn't saying very much, but it is a step in the right direction. And remember, improvements are very microscopic. They only really start to accumulate when you've been doing it for weeks and months and years at a time. So that was one small step in the right direction. All right. So that was 360. This is back to 270. Let's see what I got in the tank. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. All right. That wasn't great, but better than nothing. All right, time to go hit some calves. Don't need to time it. All right. Time to hit some seated calf raises. I'm going to raise up the weight a bit by 10 on each side and add another set. 4. 4 is just the number I always should have been doing, but my stamina wasn't there. My stamina's gotten a lot better, so I'm going to go back to 4. I'm going to start at 160 and then taper off from there. Last week I got, because I do the calves every week, so I don't have to go back 2 weeks for that. I got 140 pounds for 15. So let's see what I do with 160. Anything over 10 is good. Ooh, my back is still a little sore from the hack squats. As soon as I took the belt off, I felt it. So that's a note for next time. All right. It's very important that when you're doing calf raises, they shouldn't even be called calf raises. They should be called calf lowering, because the lowering part's the stretching part. That's where the hypertrophy is. Well, watch me. All right, let's do this shit. All the way down. 1. Nice and slow. 2. Deep stretch, not in a race. 3. 4. 5. I'm already uncomfortable, which is good. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. All the way down. Nice and slow. 11. 1 more. 12. Now, I didn't go all the way up on that last one, but I went all the way down, so it was a good stretch. And remember, the stretch is the most important part, so I don't mind cheating a bit on that last rep. 30-second break. We'll take off the traditional 90 pounds. So a significant weight drop. That's more than half the weight. And we'll call that 70 pounds. Whew. Let's get set up. I don't want to waste any time. Time to go. Let's do this shit. All the way down. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Oh my God. Ah, quite a stubborn. 30 seconds. I'm gonna take 35 pounds off. So I just cut the weight in half. We'll call that 35. All right, let's go. All the way down. 1. 2. I let the weight stretch my muscle out. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. Oh, 11 it is. 30 seconds begins now. I think I'm just gonna go with 20s for the last set. That's almost half the weight, from 35 to 20. All right, 4th and final. Let's do this. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One more. 13. Whew. Ooh, that was an excellent. Let's see if I can duplicate that standing. All right, standing calf raises just like before, just like the seated. It's going to be 4 sets, 30-second breaks. I'm going to taper off pretty quickly. I did 12 reps with 190 last week, so I'm raising it up to 210. My goal is 10 reps, but I'm going to keep going if I can. Now that all that's out of the way, I can start lifting weights. All the way down. 1. Control the negative. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. Oh, yeah. 30 seconds starts now. We'll cut it down 100 pounds to 110. This is also a body weight exercise, so it's the weight on there plus my own body weight. Even my own body weight, like it would be over 240 with all my clothes and meals in me. All right, let's do this shit. All the way down. That's where my starting position is. 1. Knees locked. 2. I want to put as much stress on the calves as possible. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. One more. 12. Oh, yeah. 30 seconds starts now. I think I'll go down to 55 pounds. Which is, again, having the weight. And let's see how that goes. 5 seconds. All right. Do this shit. That feels very light, but I'm still doing my own body weight. 2. 3. 4. 5. All the way down. Knees locked. 6. It's easy to get lazy on this. 7. But you got to be as technical on this as I am on every other exercise. All right, I lost my count. 7. 8. 9, 10. Oh, yeah. 30 seconds starts now. Yeah, you have to be just on technical on calves as I am on any other exercise. You want big calves, you got to work for them. Yeah, so my last set's just going to be body weight, which right now is probably too much, to be honest. 7 seconds. Which is really like 245 pounds right now. 1, 2. See, it feels light, but it's still burning. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, yeah. All right. I think we'll call that a day. Let's go find a place to pose down. All right. Let's go hit some poses. Now, this is leg day, so this is the hardest day for me to pose. But that's good, because if it's hard for me to do it now, that means when I'm not doing leg day, it's easier. So that's my motivation. All right. Start with the relaxed poses. Felt pretty good. Put some classic poses. All right, let's go through that one more time. Shaking a bit, have some hitting the legs. All right. Try it again. All right, breathing is a bit heavy. Need to work on that, but it was leg day. All right, we'll finish this up in the car. All right, and another excellent workout in the books. So what did I like about about today? So when I started, I actually wasn't feeling 100%. I was feeling low energy. I was well rested, and I had all the energy I had the energy I need, but my mindset was still in like a sleeping type mindset, you know? So I did the first few exercises, and by the time I got to leg press, I felt 100%. I felt very good. So you're going to have workouts like that where they start off, let's say, slow or not as motivated as I should be or I usually am. And that motivation just went way up. I had a terrific day on the leg press. I beat 2 weeks ago. The pendulum squat, that's a new record, 90 pounds for, what was that, 12 and a half? That's very good. Like, I actually went to a failure, and then I used my hands for that last set. So I technically got 2 negatives out of it. So the thing is, like, you could almost count it as 13, because even though I used my hands are doing very little. My hands are very weak. My arms are very weak compared to my legs. My legs are still doing 90%, but it felt like it was all my arms. But I'll put 12 and a half because, so I know that for 2 weeks from now, the goal will be 13 without using my hands. And no back pain at all. So I'm very happy about that. Then I did the hack squat, and I hit another PR on it. Now, I'm going to be breaking a lot of PRs on the pendulum squat and the hack squat, but that's mostly because I haven't been going very heavy ever. And I don't have a long history of doing those two movements. So kind of take it with a grain of salt. Having said that, PRs are the more weight I lift, that's progressive overload. I'm probably still recruiting motor neurons at this point. It's probably not all muscle gains, but some of it is. And the more motor neurons I create, which is what enables your muscles to contract, the easier it'll be to dig deep. So it's part of a process. I think my hips are definitely behind. My upper body is more developed. There's no way around that. I see guys that don't work out with bigger legs than me, They probably don't have more muscle than me, but it looks bigger. So, that's what the judges are evaluating, what it looks like. Not on how much weight you can move with your legs, They don't ask you what your squat is. They evaluate what they see on that day. So, but I'm not going to go on to a rant about that. That'll be for another day. But overall, very happy. I did 4 sets on the hip abduction machine, which is very good. I started off a bit lower, and I finished a bit lower. But I went from 3 sets to 4 sets. So it's telling me my stamina is getting a lot better. And it's very important that my stamina get better, because stamina is what's required to be on stage posing. Because posing, I know it looks easy, but it's very hard to do. Even when you've been practicing like 5 or 6 days a week like I've been doing. But it's definitely much easier now than it was a month ago and 3 months ago. I'm getting great feedback online and from my coach about how my poses are getting better. The vacuum is becoming more natural. I know I'm smiling when I do it, but I'm actually like trying not to pass out, because not only am I holding my breath, but my gut's sucked in, so I have to like push all the air out and then hold my breath while I'm digging my legs into the floor and flexing my upper body, But that's just going to get better by doing it more, right? I'm not going to get way better. I'm going to get slightly better, and then I put those back to back to back to back weeks and months and years. Like, I'm going to be a way better poser next year than I am this year. That's just a fact. That's how it works. I just have to not give up and put in the work every single day. And right now, I love the work. I'm not just training for the end result. I enjoy the process. I like doing things that are difficult. A lot of people will say things like, I don't know how you diet. I don't know how you do this. I don't know how you do that. Like, that's motivation. That's motivating to me. I like being able to do things that not a lot of people can do. And, that's my superpower. I'm not some brilliant intellectual. I'm not a mathematical genius. I don't have a degree or anything like that. Working hard is like my superpower. So I have to take full advantage of that. And it just so happens that I'm a hard worker and I found something that I'm passionate about. Those two things combined, I think, are a recipe to success, but it's by no means guaranteed. All right, I've been preaching long enough. I'm not going to keep going. It's getting very hot in the car. I got to open up a window. But, yeah, like I said, I'm just going to keep going one day at a time and putting all these slight improvements back to back to back to back. And then year after year, you're going to notice big improvements. That's how this works. Well, anyways, thank you very much for watching. And peace out.